Oh man, do I love the sound of that countdown. That's one of the few things I'm going to miss when this channel gets its refurbishment every year when I change it up. That's actually going to be one of the few things I'm going to miss, and probably one of the few countdown songs that I've thoroughly enjoyed. I don't know, maybe it might stick around, we'll see. But what is going on, everybody out there? It is Michael here from Technoid. I am hoping you are all having a excellent, safe, and happy day, guys. Tonight we are in for another live episode of Technoid. Now I see we got some people in the house. We'll get to them in a little bit. But just real quickly, guys, I wanted to stress tonight's show is all about fun. We're going to have fun tonight. And also I'm going to take my glasses off for a couple seconds. We are in for a very treat tonight because tonight not only will we be having our regulars coming on to the show, as you guys know them already, we've got a brand new user coming on to the Tech channel for his first time ever, and I'm thrilled and honored to bring him on tonight. But before we do that, let's get through the blur right away. First of all, if you see it at the bottom left corner of your screen, you can follow me on Twitter at Technoid12, where you can keep up to date with all the latest and greatest that I have on the show. It'll give you guys any updates on any future episodes or anything coming in the future. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at Technoid12. Of course, you can always subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss when I upload. But one of the other things you could do to help support the Technoid channel with your consideration is by going to Rogue Energy and getting some delicious Rogue Energy Tub Formula Energies. Now, I know a lot of people have been very, very skeptical. A lot of people have been telling me, oh man, Technoid, I don't really want to go into this Rogue Energy thing. I'm not too sure. I don't know if I like the flavor. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have got a very special deal for you guys because if you go on the Rogue Energy website right now, if you go on to their shopping list, if you go to rogueenergy.com and you're still curious, if you're wondering what kind of Rogue Energy flavor should I get, well, I am happy to tell you that yes, this is not a drill. They are giving away free packets of Rogue Energy to try out. Just pay for processing. That's how they get you. But nah, guys, you could go on right now, Rogue Energy, get yourself free samples of 3 flavors of your choosing. They could be any flavor that you want. You could pick from the little list here. You could pick from anywhere. So please, guys, check it out. You could go with blood orange. You could go blue raspberry. You can go watermelon. The list goes on and on. So bottom line, guys, get yourself some Rogue Energy. Try it out. The link in the description. Make sure you guys check it out because every time you guys use my promo code Technoid, you are not only supporting the channel, but you are also making yourself one step healthier by taking the next best, and if I say so myself, the most delicious energy drink to buy on the market. Get yourself some Rogue Energy now. This is my personal recommendation. If you are a blue raspberry, go blue raspberry. Alrighty, so now that we've got that out of the way, guys, let's start the show. Now, tonight we are going to be joined by Steve Mobile Tech and possibly some other guests. Also, guys, don't mind if I look a little tired. I haven't had that much sleep in a few days. But guys, I am thrilled to bring on a brand new user to the Technoid show. Now, you guys know me. I have an open channel. I love collaboration. I believe in collaborations, and I do think that collaborations are great, not only for the tech world, but are also great for everybody. It's a win-win. And I'm thrilled to bring on a user who, to be honest with you, I will not lie. I have been watching this user, and I'm very proud to see that he's coming such a long way. He's at 300 subscribers, and to be honest, he actually is very similar to the way that I started, so I do see a little bit of similarities here and there, but I am very thrilled and honored to bring him on. His name is TA Tech. You guys obviously probably know of him. If you haven't, I encourage you to check his channel out. But without further ado, let's bring him in. TA Tech, welcome to the Technoid Live show. You are our guest host of the hour. How are you doing? I believe we have a little audio problem. Also, we have some issues on our end. No worries. Let me see here. I'm going to check the stream real quickly.
Can you hear me?
Let's see real quickly. Yep, we can hear you.
All right, cool. What's going on? Thank you for having me, and thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate it, man.
Oh, absolutely. Just fixing up something here. Stream is a little messy, guys. Apologies in advance. Don't know what's going on here. But anyway, while I try to fix this, why don't you talk to them and let them know who you are? Go ahead.
All right, so yeah, I'm TA Tech. I was originally Apple Monster, and before that, I believe I was T Tech Mania. For I first started as T Tech Mania, and then I went on to Apple Monster as I covered a lot of Apple products, and still do to this day. If you guys want to see any Apple related content, definitely check me out. I do try and cover a lot of Google stuff. I'm really, really intrigued by what Google has done lately, especially with the new Google 6 and 6 Pro. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I've started for about 3 years and going strong. I'm at 300 subscribers. Doing what I can to do. You know, please everybody on the YouTube streets. So far, I've become a part of a great community. The tech community is amazing. The people that I have met are really amazing people who I've now call friends, and they've just helped me out so much. And I'm very thankful for what I where I am, and to be on the show today is a real blessing. So thank you, Technoid. Um, let's see who's here though. I don't know. Seems like Techno is having a little bit of issues there, but I want to thank everybody for coming on. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Okay. How's that going? I don't know. Yeah. All right. You guys can hear me.
Hey, hello, guys. I apologize. We are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties. Do apologize, guys. The internet, for some reason, is not seeming to be on our side tonight. So we are attempting to fix that as soon as possible. So I apologize, guys. Please bear with me as we are trying to fix this. It is very, very bad. I apologize, everyone. So temporarily, let me know if things are a lot better, because I'm going to turn my camera off temporarily. Things are a little patchy, guys, so I'm going to bring in just a few seconds my co-host to help segue so we can fix this correction issue. The great Sneed Mobile Tech, who is gracious enough. Sneed, what is going on to this stream, brother? It is messing me up tonight. Are you there, Sneed, big man? Ah, man, I think we're in trouble. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up.
I can hear you perfectly fine, man.
Okay. So we got everybody hearing.
Yep.
We're just waiting on Steam Mobile Tech. I'm going to let me know, guys, if the audio is good. Then I'll just stay on audio for tonight. We'll fix the internet connection later. I'm currently attempting a few things. Don't know why it's happening tonight. So if the
Yeah.
audio is good, then we'll leave it alone for audio. So let's get right to it then. So let's give Sneed a little bit of time to come in here. Sneed, when you're ready, you could join in. Let me know, guys, because I'm trying to get this fixed as possible too. We're working hard as we can. We'll see. But anyway, so let's start off the story. So story number one. This was actually something that I would say, I wouldn't actually expect to even consider. I didn't actually think to add this into the story. So, story number one, the main story that I am going to add on is we're going to take a look at the brand new. How would I say this? Well, I wouldn't say brand new. I would say this is probably one of the few topics, one of the few things that I never usually talk about last minute, but it literally happened minutes ago, the S22 Ultra leak. So let's pull it up here. Sneed, give me the thumbs up here for ready to come in. I don't know. Guys, again, apologies. The show is experiencing some technical difficulties. We are working to fix that as we speak. But let's see here. Give me 1 second. Let's get
Guys,
everything. I don't know. Things got thrown off at the worst timing. I don't know what's going on, guys. Do not know what's
what?
happening.
A lot of people are saying no sound, but I can hear perfectly. I don't know what's going on.
I'm trying to see if we could correct this error. I don't know what's going on with our show tonight.
Yo, Miles Tech, what's up? What's going on, man?
Yeah, sound is playing through. I just got a test done, but there's something going on with the internet tonight, guys. So tell you what, let me get this fixed. But here is a first official image of the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, while I continue to fix this issue, TA Tech, I apologize in advance, but would you like to maybe take a moment to talk about this story? You can maybe give us your thoughts on what you're seeing. We'll see if we can get this fixed right away. You can
Yeah.
have the floor.
Yeah, so I mean, I really don't, you know, I really haven't looked into it that much. I did see um Front Page Tech, John Prosser's show, where he showed it off a little bit, and I mean, just from what I could see, it seems like a really great device. They did a really good job with the cameras. I really think that this design is better than past designs that I've seen, especially with last year's model. So, or I think that what is here is going to be really good. As far as the tech specs go, I don't really know much. Like I said, I saw a little bit of John Prosser's show, but yeah, I'm not really a Samsung person. I'm more of a Apple and Google fan than Samsung. But hey, what's up, Sneak?
What's up, buddy? Just the sound check. I just got in. Is my sound okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Um, I see Technoid's having issues, but we're here. We're good.
Yep,
Can I give my 2 cents on the S22 Ultra leak?
absolutely.
All right, man. Straight up, when it comes to design, Samsung's always kind of the class leader of designs. I think
Mm,
these phones look great. They could just kind of like maintain their, I don't know what you want to call it, their modern design language. They kind of
yeah.
are the trendsetter. I think they make beautiful phones. I think the construction is premium. I'm not surprised that it looks this way. It looks like they are deviating a little bit from last year's design, but it
Yeah.
still has the basic fundamentals, right? The slab, the glass, the I think the flat edges are the best.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the things why I always loved the Note series.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it. It was a big beast of a phone, well designed, looked great, and it was flat. I'm glad that they went away from the curved edges, which is why, like, if I had to say there's one thing I don't like about my Pixel 6 Pro, it's the curved edges. So
Mm,
I'm very happy that a lot of the phones are now kind of going back to the flat edges, easier to hold and manage, especially the larger devices. So I'm happy about that. It looks good to me, and
yeah.
it's going to perform like a beast. So however it looks, I'm good with it as long as it performs. That's what the Galaxies are known for, powerhouses.
True.
Can you guys hear me? Everything
Yep.
sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Can
sounds
we?
good, man.
All right. Can we get a sound check, everybody? Please let me know. Could we please get a sound check in here because we do have some spammers in this house. We gotta get these spammers out of here. Sorry, but no spamming allowed in the Technoid show. We gotta put some users on timeout. So y'all be gone, spammers. But anyway, so yeah, it looks like we've got our little issues fixed up here. Let me know, guys. Give me a sound check. Please do let me know what we could do. We are going to correct everything here. And please, moderators, as soon as you start seeing the spams, get them out of here.
Unlimited ammo, dogs.
Unlimited ammos, boys. We get them out of here. We ain't playing with spammers tonight. You're not coming on to the Technoid show and start spamming everybody, especially with a fake ass Face Clan tag. So come on now. You got to do better than that. You got to do better than that now. Come on. But anyway, moving on. Mod Squad, y'all know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Also, shout out to Sean Shout out to Blaze. It's good to have you guys.
What
It's
up,
good to have
y'all?
all of you. Blaze, as a matter of fact, Blaze, you are a very good member of the Technoid channel. I appreciate your support. Appreciate you checking out my videos. So we are going to give you mod privilege tonight. You, my friend, just got modded. You are a mod knight tonight.
Just
Hashtag
Blaze.
don't worry, Blaze and
Damn.
Miles Tech. Miles Tech is getting mod privilege because Miles has also been a very good supporter of the channel. So you guys
Yeah,
just earned yourself.
Miles is one of my good friends, and he's a really good supporter.
Thank you, Miles. Appreciate. We got to put some respect. But anyway, guys, let's get back to the story. Now that we've got these technical difficulties, and again, mods, if you see those spammers, you know what to do. Just get them out. We don't even want them in. We don't even want seconds. Just get them the hell out of here. But anyway, guys, so I'm going to turn my camera on in just 1 second. But I was listening to you, Sneed. I was listening to what you were saying. And to be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed this time around. I think it's because now that I'm seeing the device in person, whereas the leaks and stuff, I'm a little disappointed because of two things. Number one, this to me just confirms Samsung admitting defeat because they tried to eliminate the Note and they tried to admit that a stylus phone was not the way to go, but only for them to put it back on the phone. So I felt like they should have never have done that to begin with. But the other thing that annoys me and the thing that bothers me just a little bit, that annoys me is this is the same exact design that we've seen for the last several years. And I'm not saying that it's a bad design. If it
So
works,
you
you keep it.
want to redesign?
Not a redesign, but I would like something a little more, how would I say, a little bit more different. I'm not
What phone
asking
do you
for
have?
well, I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Okay.
But I also had the Note 10 Plus, and I can tell you that this just to me reminds me a lot of the Note 10 Plus and the Note 20, design wise. But I will not knock it. I'm not going to say it's a bad device. I do think it looks very good. Excuse me, guys. But
Uh,
I'm a little bit disappointed because, for a company that touts innovation, I really would have thought that they would have done something a little bit more, I wouldn't say out of the box, but at least something a little bit more different, to say the least, because the phone looks good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's the same profile that we've seen for the last several years, if you know where I'm coming from. You guys understand?
Mhm.
mhm.
All right, we're going to turn on camera in just a second. Hashtag mod squad. Yeah, boy. Get them mods out of here. But real quickly, TA Tech, I know you are a big fan of Apple. You don't really mess with Samsung. You do talk a little bit of Google.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing here with this phone that if you were to say one good thing, what's something that you see, what would you give it, or what do you think you can see that you would say that you like?
I mean, like I was saying before, I think the camera design this year looks really nice. Um, and I mean, I do like the overall design in the front as well. But I just feel like a lot of the Androids are pretty much getting to be the same. You know what I mean? As far as like the design in the front, anyway. Not saying like internal or software, but just the overall look kind of. And I said this on my channel as well. Like, I feel that one day, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I feel like one day all phones are going to be the same no matter what. I mean, we've heard that there that next year for the iPhone 14, we're going to get a punch hole design as well. So it's just like I don't know. At first, I wasn't a fan of the punch hole design. Then came the notch on the iPhone, and while now I'm not, I don't think the notch is bad on the iPhones. I do kind of like the punch hole design, but again, like I said, as far as design goes, it, the punch hole is on pretty much everything Android, and it's like they should try to differentiate. That's just my opinion. I don't know about you guys. I know you guys are more of the Android people.
Well, I'll say this: I'm more of in the middle. because I've used both platforms. I don't really favor either one, or I may use one over the other, but I still think the other
Yeah.
one's just as good. I would say for me, the one thing that Samsung could have done to differentiate the design, I would say maybe move the punch hole, maybe try to move it to the corner,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
or
true.
maybe even this chin. Like, I don't normally nitpick. I seriously do not nitpick. I don't even care about a chin on a device. But
Mm,
if I have to nitpick, like, this has been the same chin that we've seen on the last several Galaxies. So it would have been nice to have seen maybe Samsung try to make it more edge to edge. Instead of like
right.
a curved display, make it edge to edge. Like, not
Yep.
like the iPhone, but where you don't even see it. Just like it's a nice full OLED display. That's
Yeah.
kind of
Exactly.
that's really where I'm at. So
Yeah.
Sneed, I don't know if you stepped out
I,
for just a second, but go ahead, Ta, go
I,
ahead.
I'm not crazy about the you know the whole full edge. Like I'm more of the iPhone edge to edge versus having a curved display. I've seen it. It looks cool, and I mean, I know like a lot of people. I don't know about it now, but I know like before you could see notifications on the edge of the displays and everything. Which I mean, I did think that was cool as well, but at the same time, for me, I think it would be kind of annoying to have a phone like that because if you're touching an app or on an app, and I feel like it would get kind of annoying if it would like close if you're trying to do something or whatever.
I don't know, man. I mean, for me, I've never been a big fan of the notch. I'm never going to be a fan of the notch. I use it every day
Mm,
because we're iPhone users, but even I got to admit, at some
exactly right.
point, it's got to go. And I think even Apple knows that it's got to go because they're trying their hardest to find ways to remove it, but now
Yeah,
they just put it on the new
They
MacBook
ain't trying
Pros.
that hard, dog.
Nah, they ain't trying anymore. They just put it on
They
the
ain't
MacBook
trying that
Pro.
hard. You mean to tell me you've been using a notch for 5 years? You're trying? Yeah, right. If they were trying, it would have been gone 2 years ago.
true that. True
True
that.
that.
They are lazy engineering. That is lazy. People
Yeah,
fix problems in a year.
I
Hmm.
don't.
People fix problems in 6 months.
I personally don't like the notch on the new MacBooks. I think that's
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I think we can all agree the
man.
notch.
Listen, when I saw that, I'm like, are you serious right now? Like I Miles Tech even knows. I went on a rampage with somebody about it, and I'm just like, that's just insane.
We got zero
Uh,
cool in the
Zero
house.
cool. And Miles, I'm sure the notch is like you see, but here's my thing though, and real quickly we'll move on to story number 2 before we finish up with the S22. See, it's okay if the notch does something versus
mhm,
it doing nothing.
true,
If
true.
if it was, you know, I'm sorry, real quickly, guys. Zero cool, you have been knighted to mod, so you get your privilege. You ask and you shall receive. But real quickly, you know, it's one thing
Appreciate
if
you,
the
zero
notch
cool.
does something instead of just sitting there looking at you when you're doing stuff. See, I could accept it on the iPhone because at least it's doing something. At least
Right.
it's doing something other than nothing. But you mean to tell me that on a MacBook Pro, that big little gap holds a 1080p camera
And
and
it doesn't even do anything.
it
Like
doesn't even do. And you know
they
what's
didn't
funny
even put
is
Face ID. It's like what? If you were to put Face ID, cool, but you didn't. So what's the point of that?
nope, I'm not buying that machine. I have made it clear since day
Me
one.
either. Me
I've made
either.
it clear. As long as the MacBooks have a notch, because the iPhones, they're going to get rid of it soon because there are already reports that Apple's actually using newer design models. So
Mhm.
they're already experimenting with notchless iPhones. So hopefully, because I'll tell you, my next iPhone might not even be a Pro Max. It might just be the SE. Honestly, the SE has no notch. I'll take it. I'll take an SE.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
take the downgrade, but at least it beats having a notch. Maybe no MagSafe, or maybe they put MagSafe on it. Regardless, I'll take it. I will do it because I am tired personally of a notch. I don't care about OLED displays. I don't care about any of that fancy tech. I know about them and I do appreciate it, but at the end of the day, I'm tired of having notched products. You know, so I'm not going to keep investing in products that have a notch. If the iPads have a notch, I'm not buying it. If the iMacs have a notch, I'm not buying it. The only product that doesn't have a notch is the Mac Mini. So I'll get the Mac Mini if they put the M1 Pro in it. If they put the M1 Pro, then I'm buying the Mac Mini. I'm just saying that right now.
Definitely.
All right, so let's move on. I feel like we've talked a little bit about notches tonight, a little too much. But no, it's good.
Turn
It's
it
good.
down
But
a notch, bruh.
take it down a notch. There you go. But yeah, the S22 Ultra leak, and it's so funny. If you look at the photo one more time, it literally said confidential, no photo allowed, not for sale, do not leak, and yet it gets leaked anyway. Unbelievable.
That's John Prosser for you.
Hey man, he could do him. As long as he's protecting somebody, I guess. I guess it's cool, but they're gonna find out. They're gonna find out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Alrighty, so let's move on to story number 2. Now, story number 2 is actually not really something that's important, but I just wanted to kind of follow up on it because I made a video a couple of days ago. If you guys haven't checked it out by now, I encourage all of you to do so on my latest episode of Technoid. This is actually the second topic because I want to make a quick follow-up to a certain story that I talked about in regards to big tech YouTubers and their influence over consumers. So as you guys know, on the episode, again, I encourage you all to please check out my latest episode because you'll get the full information of the story. But I talked about how there are certain big YouTubers that their influence is so big that it overshadows consumers' purchasing decisions. And when they get products from anything other than Apple, their biasty really comes out. And there have been recently a lot of pushback with the Pixel 6 Pro, and a lot of people are starting to wake up and see, at least on Twitter anyway, but I shouldn't even be considering Twitter an official source. But regardless of that, a lot of people are waking up and seeing that a lot of these YouTubers that make these videos are secretly biased, and they have been for a while. MKBHD was the biggest one that got hit the hardest, even though his video has a lot of positives. If you look at the reaction on Twitter, a lot of people have noted that he wasn't really finding a flow or a trend to kind of recommend it. It just felt like he was just doing it because Google gave him the phone. Then you have other YouTubers that receive Pixel 6 and 6 Pro models and just, again, circled back to the iPhone and just finding any other way not to recommend this phone. So I sat down, I watched their videos, and I made an opinion where I felt that the reason why these people are getting mad is because of their brand loyalty to the company that they like secretly. Because there are very few YouTubers that are unbiased. There are some big YouTubers that are unbiased and can give an unbiased review, like Mr. Mobile and Linus Tech Tips and Snazzy Labs. Those are just some of the few that are unbiased, in my opinion. But when you look at people like MKBHD, Unbox Therapy, iJustine, who is I Cringe, and if you look at anybody that's in there, you can kind of see it, especially in this video. I don't know the timestamp, but if I could find the timestamp, I'd put it in for Marcus's video. Because if you watch this video, you will see that he cannot find a reason to recommend it. He says it's almost incredible, it's almost a flagship, but the iPhone, but then you know what, you still get it because the telephoto. I'm like, who is even going to watch this video and even know what you're talking about, Marcus? You need to make a video for the average consumer, the basic consumer. They don't know anything about telephoto lenses. They don't know anything about OLED hertz and stuff. So I made this opinion. I did it. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Sneed, I'm sure you've seen that. And TA, I'm sure you've seen it. I just wanted to clarify something. And I wanted to get your opinions on what's going on with the backlash. But I wanted to also add into this real quickly. I'm not taking aim at big YouTubers because they're big. In no way am I trying to shoot down Marcus or hate on Marcus, because a long time ago that was me. But I've grown and I've learned and I've become a different person when I look at things.
Right.
I don't think they're making commercials. I do believe they like the products or they wouldn't make their videos. But because and this is what I wanted to clarify, because they get so many requests and videos made every day, the more their videos are going to be very commercial-like because they're constantly getting sent free products, or at the very least, they're getting so many reviews done that they just don't have the time to differentiate them. Now, some people will say, okay, it's a flow, but then others would say it doesn't give them enough time to review. Now, sometimes they keep the devices or sometimes they send it back. We don't know what the company is, but I want to clarify. And the point that I'm trying to make here is that I'm not defending the big YouTubers because they're at a point where they have the audience, they have the reach. It's just that they're just circling back to what they like. But at the same breath, in my opinion, I also talked about the fans that are getting the backlash. And I said, you guys are only getting mad because they're the biggest people on the platform. If somebody as small as me said something, you could care less. But because it's MKBHD, because it's anybody other than me, you, and TA, Snade, you could matter what we think, but as long as it's a big guy that you like, if he says something you don't like, you got to go on Twitter with your little keyboard and start calling him a sheep. And again, I'm trying to be as fair as possible to this because I don't want to come off as a big tech hater, but at the same breath, I don't also want to cave into a lot of the criticism. So I'm taking at this at both angles. So I'm going to start with Sneed. What was your reaction to me covering this, and what are your thoughts on the whole thing?
So I don't think there's anything wrong with questioning the direction, incentive, the authenticity of reviews by big tech YouTubers. I don't think there's anything wrong with questioning it. They get sent devices free of charge. They are, they're going to say things that are going to trigger certain people. And, honestly, I think the trouble lies with the people that watch them. I don't much
Mm.
I don't look at a big tech YouTuber any different than a smaller YouTube creator. The only thing I'm looking for is, are they making legitimate criticisms about a phone? Are they also legitimately celebrating the great things about a phone? So when you review a device, there needs to be a list of the things that it does well, a list of things that you think that it doesn't do as well with those features. So, for example, I've got the Pixel 6 Pro. I think the display is gorgeous. I think that the phone is well designed. I think that the phone does 98% of everything it needs to very well. I had trouble live streaming with it a couple weeks ago. Uh, it was getting warm when I first set it up, so I'm watching that. There's a couple things I want to see it improve on. I have legitimate critique about the phone, and there are things that are fantastic about the phone. If someone's review does not sound something like that, with their own twist, with their own explanation, and it's either bashing a phone that has good things about it, then something is wrong with the review, not the phone,
The
that
review.
person's review. So unfortunately, I don't watch MKBHD. I stopped watching MKBHD at some point after maybe 2014 or 15 because MKBHD is predictable. I know what he's going to say about every iPhone, and I know what he's going to say about every Google phone, and I know what he's going to say about a OnePlus, and I know, right? It's predictable. I know what Linus is going to say. I know what iJustine is going to say. I don't need to watch them anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them for 5
Right.
6 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once you start predicting what they're going to say and then it happens the same way you thought it was going to, what are you really doing? Are you just confirming what you already knew? I choose not to watch them. So now, I choose to watch fellow creators who I think do a nice job of bringing their own perspective into a device, right? They're judging it and critiquing it, but they don't have a dog in the fight. They paid for their device,
Mm-hmm.
or I trust what they're saying because they are legitimately criticizing it and also celebrating it for what it's good at. Okay, let me give an example. Carlos hates the Pixel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch Carlos's Pixel content. I watch everything else Carlos does.
Mm-hmm.
I will watch his content to see if there are problems with the Pixel, but I know I'm not going to get an objective Google Pixel review out of Carlos. He hates the phones,
Mm-hmm.
right? He doesn't like the cameras. I think the cameras are the best thing about the Pixel. He says he does.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. He automatically says he doesn't. He's the only person I know that doesn't like the Pixel camera. Now he's right. The video's not great. I tested it myself. I looked at his samples. See, I like that sort of thing. I watch Tito's content for some of the Pixel stuff because he dissects everything about the Pixel. deep dive into every feature. I like that. You cannot review a phone a week before embargo.
Yeah.
You can't review a phone in a month, sir.
Yeah, you can.
You a review of a device needs your main SIM in it
Mm-hmm.
for 3 months or more,
Yes.
because you need at least 2 updates to a phone to accurately decide whether or not it's worth the buy, what it's
Mm-hmm.
good at and what it's bad at. Because if they fix what it's bad at, then you have yourself a better phone.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Hey, look,
Definitely.
I don't know. These guys get these review units, they do their thing, they make these commercials or whatever you want to call it. Big tech YouTubers, God bless them, bro. They're making their money. It's their job.
Yeah.
Shame on the people for believing in what they're saying. You need to objectively use a phone, test a phone, go to Best Buy, go to a carrier store, talk to a friend, watch several reviews, small, big creators. You do your homework. You people say you're doing your research. No, you're not actually doing your research. You're just investigating. I don't like the word research. Like people use that like they're
Yeah.
actually researching some shit, like whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah.
just you're reading, you're watching, you're observing. Those sorts of things.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got my little one right here.
There she is.
Hi, Yasmin.
That's the
What's up,
real
cute
star of the
stuff?
show. That's the
Yep.
real star. That's the real SMT right there.
This is not my live stream, Yasmin. You can't crash this one.
Oh, she
Yeah,
won't
you
crash
can
it.
crash my live streams. You
You
can't
tell her
crash other
Uncle
live
Mike
streams.
will
You're gonna
allow.
have to be
Uncle
well
Mike
behaved
will
on this
allow
one.
it.
Hmm.
But TA, go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts. Go ahead.
Nah, man, I think Sneed crushed it there, man. As far as reviews go, like Sneed said, I definitely think that people need more time in reviewing it. You know, even I've seen creators do the first 24 hours with the phone. And yeah, it's good to give an opinion, but is that really accurate? Is the question. Like,
Yeah.
that,
Me, oh, sorry. We go ahead,
no,
TA.
no,
I'm
no, go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
No, that was just one of the things that I highlighted. I mean, I understand. I usually like to look at both sides. I do feel like that the other side, they like to just go on Twitter to address anything they want because that's what they think Twitter is. It's a playpen for them.
Yeah,
But at the
yeah,
same breath, I always question these big YouTubers, like how much of your review has been thoroughly thought out? How long have you? That's why
yeah,
whenever people ask me, like, when I do headphone reviews, everyone says, "Why do you take a month to make the video?" Well, it's simple. I take 1 full month to fully use them, break them in as my daily drivers, go to the gym, go to work, go to school, my anything. I take a full month to do it. Now, obviously, like Sneed said, you probably need 3 months, but for headphones, you can take them in a month and you can play around with. So, am I late to the party with my videos? Absolutely. Like my Liberty 3 Pro review, I'm in the process of still filming it, but I'm using them everywhere I go. As a matter of fact, I actually have them here in my pocket. Whenever I do a headphone review, that headphone that I review is in my pocket 24/7. I use nothing but that headphone.
mhm,
And, sometimes it's annoying because one of the things that I also don't like is that these reviews, when they come out, they feel so reactional. They don't feel like a fully in-depth review. They feel like they're just a reaction in the moment because they got the device early so they could start saying things that people didn't know about, but they don't really say the stuff like Steve said, the long-term stuff, like the overheating issue that they are going to address, the
yeah,
updates, the frequency. And I'm not trying to call out anybody, and I really do not like calling people's names out, but I gotta say this. There are some YouTubers that get free products and they just kiss every company's butt just to stay in good grace. And I've never been one to do that. I have gotten free products from, at least one company. And even then, I still, even though I recommended it, I still said there were better alternatives. I mean, did it kill my chance of getting free product? Probably. But I don't care about free products. I don't care about that. What I
yeah,
care about is making a video that people could watch to help with their purchasing decision. I don't want to influence their purchase, but I'd rather that be more for information and more critique and more things to study and to understand. And when I see audio reviewers, and I'm focusing on audio for a second, there are a lot of them that get these free headphones, and I don't know if they're being fully genuine because one part of me says, yeah, they know what they're talking about, but then there's another part of me that says, am I really going to believe what that person's saying because they keep getting it for free from this company? So that's where I
Huh.
stand when it comes to audio reviews. I don't
Yeah.
watch any reviews when I'm reviewing a product. I I'm being honest. I'm being open. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
watch big
no,
tech
absolutely.
YouTubers. I don't watch Marcus. I don't watch any of them. Not because like for seed reason, but I just don't watch them because I want to give other people a chance. I want to give smaller YouTubers a chance. But I
Right.
don't watch even other reviews when I'm doing the same product that they're reviewing because if I watch their video, then I'm going to try to match it. So I try to close out all the other videos and just do my own thing. And that's what I've been doing lately. I've been doing sound samples, like actually getting the audio from the earbuds and putting them into the computer so you guys can hear what I hear so you guys can have a nice experience. So those are the things that I do to differentiate my video. I put a little extra work into them and I'm a little late, but I'm happy at the end of the day. But this isn't about me. This is about the integrity of their reviews. And I just want to clarify that I don't think all tech YouTubers are discredited because they get a free product. I don't think that at all. If
Right.
they're able to find the line between unbiased and professionalism, then I think we're okay. But if you're
Exactly.
going to be like an iJustine who overhypes everything, and I seriously don't know how people say she's an inspiration. I just feel like she's just. I'm sorry, I don't see her content being inspirational. It just looks like somebody just happy because they got a free Apple product. Then you look at MKBHD, who for me just feels like Sneed said. I got to agree, kind of predictable. Unbox Therapy, who will just take anything because he's Unbox Therapy, and the only YouTubers out there that I feel that are big but unbiased, again, Mr. Mobile, Snazzy Labs, Linus, and if you want to throw in Mr. Who's Boss, you could throw in Mr. Who's Boss because he's also a very good YouTuber too. So
Yeah.
look, at the end of the day, I'm
I
not here
love
to
this video.
bash. I'm not here to talk crap. I'm not here to do any of that. All I'm saying
Yeah.
is that when these YouTubers get these products, your job is to use them for long term, not use
Right.
them and then just say, thank you very much for the free device. Your job as a YouTuber is to inform the consumers to take your time and actually fully use them. Some people will say, oh, but they get them months and months in advance. That's impossible because
Oh yeah.
I can't say what I got, but I got something that required me to do it a couple of months before the launch, but they didn't even have any updates ready for a certain product. And I couldn't even make a review on it. So there you go.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
all I'm going to finish off with is now we're going to get to the main topic. Again, apologies guys for long, and I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. But overall, I just feel like we got to really start questioning the people that watch these videos, and I'm with Sneed on it. I mean, the YouTubers are fine, but we got to really figure out what they're looking for.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, now we've reached the main topic. We'll finish off the show with this one. This will be very quick. We're not going to take too long. Let's talk holiday bestsellers. Now, boys, the holiday season is upon us. We are in
Man, I can't
Thanksgiving.
wait.
What's up?
I can't wait for it.
Oh, yeah.
I wait for these videos of the best suggestions and stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't do that. I don't do it. But I figured, you know what? Let's do it in advance because
Definitely.
Black Friday's coming up. The holiday season's around us, and all tech companies are going to have some products that they're going to be going for. Now, we know everybody's going for the PlayStation and Xbox because for a whole
Oh yeah.
year, they still have not been able to keep up with demand. But when we talk tech, every tech company has at least one or two popular products that they're going to sell well for during holidays. So I figured we could all come together and talk about the three big companies, Google, Samsung, and Apple, and discuss within their library of products, what do you think are going to be the holiday bestsellers for Apple, Samsung, and Google? So let's start it off. TA, I'm going to let you start it. We're going to go into your realm of Apple because you like Apple a lot more than we do. Oh, I like Apple, but not as probably as much as you.
No.
But I'll let you decide. Let's pull up their store. And I want you to tell me, of all the products here, which one do you think is going to be their bestseller for the holidays, Black Friday? What do you think?
I mean, as of lately, I definitely think the new Apple Watches and definitely the new iPads. In more specifics, I definitely think the iPad Mini 6. That's one that's been on my radar for since it came out, and like I'm really hoping that maybe a little bit after the holidays I can pick one up. I'm definitely due for one. I have the iPad sixth generation. That's kind of old. I mean, it still gets updates, but but I definitely think that one. As far as Apple Watch goes, definitely the Series 7. I can see. I actually have the Apple Watch SE. I think this one, I mean, I got this um, for Mother's Day. And the reason was I was going to buy this one for my mom, and she liked my Series 4 because it was slightly bigger. But, even this watch I think is really good for somebody for the holidays.
Okay, that's a good. That's actually a very good prediction.
Hmm.
Sneed, what do you think for Apple is going to be their best seller for the holidays?
I could tell you right now, I think my wife is going to be upgrading her Apple Watch, and she's coming out of the Series 4, I think.
She's in the bath.
She- she's she's looking to upgrade. Either she has a 3 or a 4, so I know she's going to upgrade. And my wife is she's real traditional with her upgrade cycles. So
Mhm.
usually when she's upgrading, then that means others are upgrading too.
Mm.
So
Definitely.
I think the Apple Watch is going to be a big seller. It's a good gift. Like you
It
spend a
is.
couple $100 on someone in the family, and it's like that's a really nice gift. They're going to have it for a couple of years, and they're going to love it and enjoy it. And it's a wearable, right? So it's on them all the time, and
Right.
they're going to use it daily. Health tracking, app integration, stopwatches. All those things. It's great. It's a nice thing to get them. So I think it's going to sell.
Yeah, I think
I,
the common.
honestly,
Oh, go
honestly,
ahead. Go ahead.
I would suggest any smartwatch for the holiday. I mean, especially now, with what's going on, the pandemic, health is a big thing. And, there's still a lot of people, granted, there's a lot of people who are already going back to the gyms and stuff, but there's still a lot of people who aren't. And to keep track of your health, the smartwatches are the best thing. So I definitely think that's going to be number one.
For me, I'm gonna go a different route. I'm actually gonna go a big different route because I don't. I do not disagree. I do think
Hey,
we're gonna see
Technoid,
a
what do you
lot.
think the iPads are going to do this year?
They're gonna do big. The
Yeah.
iPads always
Oh,
do big, but for the holiday season, when we're talking giving a gift to somebody, I'm thinking the HomePod minis are gonna sell well now that they have new color options and they're only $99.
that
So
is
you
true.
don't break the bank and they're small enough to where they give you enough sound. They're not as good as the original HomePods. I still have the originals. I still use them as sound bars and sometimes I use them in stereo to give me some good music and with lossless it's even better. But the minis could do a great job of just putting them in one corner, send messages and things like that. So I'm gonna go with the HomePod minis, and I'm also gonna go with the new AirPods because I do know
Yeah.
that because they're new, everybody has to have the new AirPods. Although I don't think they're gonna be as popular as the Pros. I think more people like the Pros than the regulars now. But I still see the AirPods and the HomePod minis being those big sellers. And if I had to give a third pick, I will go with Sneed. I think the iPads, mostly the iPad mini. So I'm with you on that one. I think those are going to be the big sellers for Apple this holiday season because the Macs they're not selling out anytime soon. iPhones are always in stock. Apple Watches, I definitely think they're up there. But when we talk products, when we're talking like, something cheap and you can just grab and things like that, I would say, HomePod Mini. I would say because it's so cheap and affordable. And personally, if I'm being honest, I am looking for a new smart speaker in my bathroom. Okay, confession time. When I put a speaker in my bathroom, I typically just listen to music when I take a shower. So
Good.
that's not
Good,
weird,
you're not the
people.
only
That's a
one.
fact. That's not weird, people. Don't get any ideas. But I've been digging this blue. I've been digging this blue one. I'm actually either gonna buy it tomorrow or just wait for Black Friday and get like a couponer. I don't know. See, I was gonna actually ask you, TA Tech. Do you think I should pick up the blue HomePod now, or should I wait till Black Friday or something? Because I don't think they're
I'd
gonna
wait.
go on sale. But at the same breath, I don't know.
Here's the thing. I mean, if you can afford it and you want it now, go for it. But I mean, I'd personally wait until the these deals start showing up. I mean, I know some companies even go a couple days before Black Friday or even Christmas. So if again, if you can, cool. If you can't, go for the holidays. Um, but I mean, you're definitely right about that. The HomePod Mini, I would definitely buy like two more if I
Yeah.
could.
But speaking real quickly before we get to Samsung, I just want to take a look at the HomePod lineup real quickly. It's a shame that Apple discontinued the original HomePod. I understand it wasn't a big seller, and I get
Yeah.
that, a lot of people didn't buy it. But the Mini, while it does make up ground, it's still not enough to get them over the hump in this whole smart speaker competition
Oh
because
yeah. I
they
mean,
still,
listen,
you,
I use things like Siri every day, and I really think it needs an upgrade and a change. It
yeah.
definitely isn't as good as others out there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I still have my original HomePods. I enjoyed them. I got them on sale. I didn't pay 350. I paid 249 for each of them. So I got them on a
Right.
good $100 off. So, $500 is $500, but considering they were above the average smart speaker, they had, a nice big downfiring woofer with 7 tweeters. You're
Yeah.
talking, you're not talking smart speaker at that point. You're talking more like soundbar like kind of system. But for me, and real quickly before we move on, the
Definitely.
thing with the HomePod, the reason why it failed was not because it was a bad product. The product was not bad. It was just it came out in a time where more people prioritized the assistant over sound quality. But it was such a shame that when Apple discontinued it, I was like, they're gonna let that technology go to waste because it had spatial audio, which they finally now utilize with Dolby Atmos. They brought lossless. It's funny, they discontinue it, but they're giving it features still. That's incredible. That even
Oh
though it's
yeah.
discontinued, they're still giving software updates, giving it features, and honestly, it's much better now. It's got more capabilities. It's gotten everything you need. So I felt like when Apple discontinued it, they shut down their only high profile smart speaker. I know
Mhm.
they lowered the price to $299, but if I'm Apple, I would have lowered it to $249 and make that the
Oh yeah.
permanent price point because $250, that's almost the same price as a Amazon Max, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know. Look, bottom line, they still got room to go, but I do like the HomePod Mini. I have heard it. It's not as good, but it's good enough.
Yeah.
So I definitely will be picking one up. I'll probably wait till Black Friday because I think Black Friday Apple gives like gift cards and stuff. So I'll probably just buy it through Apple or
Mhm.
if Best Buy has a deal, but I don't think Best Buy would have them. So I'll wait and see. But anyway, so let's move on. Again, we're running out of time. I know we've been dozing off. So let's go now over to
No
Samsung.
problem.
I'm sorry, but I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun. Usually, I try to
Oh
keep
yeah,
on.
man.
I try to keep on for an hour. And also, by the way, Sneed Mobile Tech had to go, guys. So thank you to Sneed for coming on. We appreciate him. But let's talk Samsung. So Samsung is gearing up for the holidays. They've got their TVs on and set and ready to go. They've got headphones, they've got phones, they got wearables. So I think we agree that smart watches are going to be the big items for the holidays. But in the field of Samsung, being that they're not like Apple, where
Mhm.
Apple has a smart speaker or has a tablet that everybody can use, Samsung's a little bit more limited in terms of certain products that they can offer during the holidays. But one of the biggest products that I think that they can sell well are the Galaxy Buds. So for me, if I had to pick, I'd go Galaxy Buds. But what can you see being a popular product for Samsung during the holidays?
Again, like I said, I mean, smartwatches are becoming a bigger thing, so I definitely see one of them being, the Galaxy Watch 4. And definitely, like you said, the new Galaxy Buds being one. Um, I'm seeing and I'm hearing a lot of my friends who are not techies talking about, you know, going towards the foldables and flip phones. Um, so I definitely see that. I'm not really sure what's going to be, the most biggest in the Samsung world, but you know, if it were me, definitely a smartwatch.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think like for
And
Samsung,
I definitely think they did good this year too. So
they did. They picked up a lot of ground with the Galaxy Watch 4,
they did.
and I do think the Galaxy Buds. So those are like the two products for me. And the last company, and then we'll probably wrap up the show, guys, is of course Google. Now, Google, being that they've got smartphones and Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, their version of what they're selling over the holidays could be, it could be all over the place. But they've got a lot of products in their arsenal now. They've got Fitbit, they got Nest, they got Pixel books, Pixel phones, headphones. So they have a little bit more to offer. So what would you think Google's going to sell well this holiday season of?
Man, I think definitely the buds and maybe even the home, um, the home systems that they have. I mean, I'm seeing here the Nest Cam and everything. And dude, like, if it were me, I would definitely. I've been even thinking about it. I mean, my area, given my area where I live, it's not too bad. But I mean, I would definitely want one. I would definitely want any security camera. To be honest,
Yeah, security is always a good thing.
definitely,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, I would go with the Pixel 6 and the Pixel Buds. I'm going with the
Yeah,
smartphone,
yeah.
but I also think the Nest Home, product is probably going to be another good one. The Nest Audio is a good one too,
Yeah.
because the Nest Audio, for some reason, like it's only $60 now. I think they lowered the price, and
Oh wow.
it's got a really nice setup. It's got one woofer and one tweeter, and it's in an acoustic tuning. See, a lot of people don't really understand, but when you use the word acoustic, it's basically formed in a beam shaped form. So that way
Yeah.
the audio drives in a nice direction. So that way you hear everything instead of it going all over the place and sounding like mud. So
Right.
that's one of the things I talk about with audio companies. I wish they do more of, like acoustic tuned earbuds or acoustically designed architect, things like that.
Yeah.
But real quickly, going back to Apple, because I do know you like Apple a lot, and I do want to give you a little bit more time with Apple before we close out the show.
Absolutely.
Um, Also, I think our screen just stopped for a second. 1 second. Going back to Apple, there's one other product that we didn't even talk about that we kind of might have overlooked. Maybe it could be a good seller for the holidays, but it's the Apple TV. We didn't even
Yeah.
talk about the Apple TV, and I'm trying to pull it up here. I don't think the screen is responsive.
I just saw it for a split second.
Let me see. Come on, 1 second. But yeah, the Apple TV for me is another product that we could argue that most people would see being a really popular product.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But anyway, it's not popping up for some reason. I don't know why. It's
Oh,
just a black bar. But finishing off, so bottom line, the holiday seasons are upon us. We are in the midst of still a little bit of a pandemic. But you know what? At least we can go out and spend some money, give back to civilization in any way. And
exactly, man.
I'm cool with dropping $100 for a smart speaker, because honestly, I don't mind it, because at the end of the day, we got to get back to normal.
Definitely, definitely agreed.
And with that said, we have reached the 1 hour mark, and we are going to wrap up this live stream. So guys, before we end this video, I want to take this moment to do a couple things. Number one, again, follow me on Twitter at Technoid12 to stay up to date on the Technoid show. Check out Rogue Energy, promo code Technoid for 10% off. Get your hands on some free Rogue. They're giving away sample packs so you can find the flavor that you like. And also, number three, I want to take this moment to thank TA Tech for coming on to the show tonight.
Thank you, man.
I really appreciate you taking your time out. Apologies for the delay.
No
Normally we
problem,
don't
man.
have
Thank
that,
you.
but we appreciate you coming on. You are, again, I tell everyone, if you want to come back on my channel, you don't have to wait for me to ask you. You can ask me. My channel is open. I am open to any YouTuber. I'm open to anyone 24/7. If you want to
Same
come
here,
back
man.
on, you let me know.
Same here, man. If you want to come back on my channel, always welcome. I'm always looking for bigger creators to talk to and to get advice from. I mean, I'm being at 300, yeah, I'm getting up there in a way, but I'm still learning the ropes of this, and talking to bigger creators and getting their aspect and learning new things is, I definitely need it. So
Yes, you're absolutely right. I agree.
and one thing that you even said before was, um, I personally agree with what you said. You know, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. You know, I always say, we all start from zero. We should all be accepted. There's a lot of creators out there. And I wanted to say this when you were talking about different creators, but there's a lot of creators out there who see people like me who are still small and don't really engage much. And
Yeah.
you know, and I feel like they should, you know, because
Hmm.
like I said, I started from zero. We all started from zero. We all need to accept, and we all need a step up. Um, before I just want to quickly say this. I used to do a show called Saturday Morning Sit Down, and I would bring smaller creators than myself to, you know, be known and show their love of tech and show you know, what they know about tech, because
Hmm.
there are so many creators out there who to this day, you know, do a lot of great work and
Hmm.
are not known, and it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
really crazy to me.
You
So
know, it's a really good thing that you bring up, and I'll finish off by saying, because there are YouTubers out there, and you know who you are. I don't have to say your name. You guys that have this little circle, you want to just keep it closed. You never open it up to new people, and eventually that's going to be your downfall. Because at the end of the day, these whole tech circles, they're
I
just
listen. I
using
can
each
see it
other.
now. I just talked to a couple people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's why I'm unsubscribing." And this is like, are
Yeah,
are
you
you
know.
really going to be that way and lose subscribers? Like,
I
are
know.
you really gonna accept that?
Yeah, man. Well, look,
Think about it.
like I tell everyone, my channel, I do things differently here on Technoid. I run a show.
I appreciate people like you, man.
No, of course, and I appreciate people like you. We need more people like you, new guys that bring something to the table. We don't need these
I,
overhyped 13-year-olds coming out of left and right field. We need
yeah,
real, genuine guys that take their time and enjoy their passion. But
exactly.
and I've sounded a
Exactly.
little mean, 13, 14, because they're
Yeah,
growing too, so that was a little
yeah.
mean. But the bottom line
I'm gonna
is,
say this, and if you want to start a channel, you don't need the latest and greatest tech. All you need is your phone, and that's pretty much it. I mean, this microphone right here cost me $60,
yeah.
and I'm using my phone as the webcam. So that's pretty much all you need to start a channel.
That yeah, you need a camera, a microphone. You could even use your phone. With me, it started on my MacBook camera. It started on my MacBook webcam, and now I'm making videos on a GoPro, editing them, and I have a show, and I love it. I don't care about the views. I don't care about the subs. I just care about having fun with people,
Exactly.
and I love interacting with YouTubers, giving good
You know what?
content back to the fans.
We always lose and win some every day. So you know what? Just go with the flow. That's all. That's how I think of it.
Exactly.
As long as they're having fun, who cares?
That's the fact. And you know what? I'll end it by saying this. If anybody wants to come on my show, my DMs are open, my channel's open. If you want to come on, just hit me up. We'll make it happen. And that's it. And you're always welcome back. You know, I tell everyone, and I'm going to say this one last time, my channel is an open platform. If you want to come on and collaborate, have a discussion, you're more than welcome to. My DMs are open on Twitter. That's why I tell you, you can follow me on Twitter at Technoid12. If you follow me on Twitter, you DM me, you want to come on, yeah, man, you gotta come on, because if you wanna, we will. And I will tell you guys, you know, I love me some interaction with people. So again, open DMs, open channel. You guys want to come on? Anybody. Doesn't matter what number you are, don't matter what content you make. If you want to come on, you can come on. That's all I got to say. And that is it. That is it. We are done for the night. So again, guys, that is it for Technoid, the live episode of Technoid. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. It helps circulate my views as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a great day, guys. Take care, stay safe. And again, subscribe to TA Tech. Link is in the description. This is his URL. Go check him out, guys. Have a great rest of your nights. Take care, stay safe, and peace.
See you guys.